Hi, I'm Richard Schulman from the Richard Schulman team here in Los Angeles, California, and this is my top buyer's agent, Aaron Barnes. And we're going to do a couple of script role plays today that'll show you how to properly tour a home. So Aaron, this is the first house we're going to see today. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's 1,180 square feet. It's priced at $399. It is brand new on the market, and that price is good. It's priced to sell over that.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, cool. What do you expect to have it sell over for?
It's hard to say, of course. We're in a good market here. This is a very attractive price point. I do know that a similar sized house about a block down sold for $426.
Oh, okay.
So, something around there.
Cool.
Sound
Okay.
fair to you?
Yeah, that's within budget.
Okay, great. Let's take a look. So here's the next step of the showing. After we've done the intro outside, we're going to walk in. Here what I like to do is I like to give them a few highlights of the house and then let the buyer walk through the house and ask any questions that they have. So Aaron, we know about the price now. Take a look at the house. Let me know what you think. They have some really cool original ceilings, which are very unique for this area. You have a really nice skylight in there, and you have this incredible fireplace. So take a look around.
Awesome. And the floors, they're original?
Yeah, the floors are original, which is really nice. They haven't changed them out or put something engineered or laminated on top of them.
Okay, cool.
Great. And
Yeah.
how does this work for you, this nice big living room?
I love it. It feels really big because of the high ceilings. This is a cool feature. Yeah,
Definitely.
I can see it.
Great, so what I want to do is just highlight the good features, and when I ask her to tell me about the feature, I'm going to tell her that she likes the feature already. So I say, what do you think about these really high ceilings? And of course the answer is that I like the really high ceilings because everyone likes high ceilings. After this, I'm going to let Erin walk around the house. I'm going to follow her through the house, and I'm really just going to answer any questions that she might have. I'm not going to try to oversell the house. I'll let her do that. So the kitchen tends to be a point where you get a lot of questions. So what we're going to do here is Erin's just going to ask me a few questions that buyers typically ask about kitchens. Now the house that we're in is being prepared for sale, so we have a few things that are still not completed yet. So we'll actually just incorporate that into the role play. So we've toured the house a little bit. Erin, why don't you just throw a few standard objections that you normally see?
So there's no fridge.
Right, so just here they're not providing a fridge, so just factor that into your buying decision that you're going to have to buy your own fridge.
Okay, cool.
And that's pretty common in our market, as you've seen from other houses.
Right, yeah. And the appliances don't look brand new, or maybe they are, but they're not like super up to date.
Yeah, they're pretty, I would say, standard appliances. If you wanted to upgrade them, these are not terribly expensive relative to the cost of the home. So if you wanted to upgrade, it's easy to do.
Okay, cool. And the patching on the walls that I'm seeing?
So it looks like they're still doing some work here. I think when we talked in our original buyer meeting that you said that you were okay with a budget of a few $1,000s to do your own painting and refinish the floors. Does that sound fair still?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
These floors don't look bad, so I'd be okay with this.
Okay, great. So I think you'll be really happy if you just put your own colors on the wall and then not have what they have. Plus, when the house is vacant, having it painted fresh with your colors is the best thing to do.
Yeah. When was this renovated? Do you know?
They had last sold it 2 years ago, and so that had a lot of the renovations date back to 2 years ago.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, looks nice.
Okay. Any other questions?
What do you think we could do about this view? I don't really like seeing my neighbor right next door.
So a really simple solution would just be to plant a couple of small trees there, and Home Depot for under $200 will deliver a leafy plant or leafy tree that you can stick right in the ground.
Cool.
Very simple solution. Plus the window here is designed for planting, so you can put some plants there and you can totally obscure the view.
Okay. Yeah.
Sound good?
Cool.
Alright, let's look at the rest of the house. So we're in the backyard now. For the price range and area of the home we're looking at, this is actually a really big yard. So when we walk out here again, I'm going to remind Erin of that. If we've seen one house or 8 houses, I still need her to kind of understand that she can trust my opinion that this yard, the size of the yard is exceptional for what she's able to afford and where she's looking. So we walk out here. Erin, this is an incredible yard. This must be the best yard we've seen so far.
Yeah,
what do you think?
so, and it's all grass, so that's nice.
Yeah, I know a lot of the yards here are all concrete.
Yeah.
Do you think this would work for your dogs and your kids?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, I would need to clean it up. Like, I'm not crazy about this kind of,
Yeah, they've let it go a
growth
little
and
bit,
stuff.
but we can get that tuned up, no problem.
Yeah. How much do you think that would take?
I think you just need regular gardener service to get it trimmed and then reseeded a little bit.
Okay.
Personally, what I would do is add some plants along the side to give yourself a little bit more green and a little bit more privacy.
Yeah, I like that because the neighbors are pretty close.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Yeah, cool. And like this type of plant over here that's hanging over,
Yeah, anything
my
hanging
side.
over you can just trim back to the fence line.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I like it. Maybe
Okay.
put some more stuff up back there so I don't have to see those people.
Yeah, and
too.
we have a vendor who can help you with that. That's a very simple thing to do.
Okay, yeah, great.
Great. So what I'm doing is anything that she is asking about, I have product knowledge, and so I'm able to give her a very quick answer and let her know that A, it's not expensive, or B, it's not expensive relative to the cost of the home, and also reassure her that we have a vendor that we trust that can help her do the work. A lot of buyers, especially first-time buyers, are going to be really nervous about doing repairs. They're going to be really nervous about, they don't know if fixing the lawn costs $10,000, or in reality the answer is it just needs maybe several $100s in service to be done to it to get it to where she wants it to be. So we have to have that knowledge to share with our clients and reassure them that we can help them get that done. It's part of our job. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the wrap-up conversation. There's several different ways to do it. So one of the ways that we're going to do it now is just kind of ask her what she thinks of the house. When we do our initial consultation with the buyer and our buyer meeting, we really want to set the buyer's expectations. Part of our job is to eliminate a lot of their concerns and help them see only the right houses. So our job is to show them as few houses as possible to help them find the right one. When we do these showings, we want to have sort of the presumption that this house meets as many of the criteria as reasonably possible for Erin, so that this house is a relatively good match for her. So our assumption coming in is that this is probably a house she's going to offer on, as long as visually she likes it. The size works, the price is good, the neighborhood is good. We've had some good features. The yard is huge. It has that really cool living room up front. So the presumption is always that she wants to buy the house. So what we'll do now is the wrap-up conversation leading towards writing an offer. So Erin, let's wrap up real quick. The house works for you, right? It has all the criteria you need,
Yeah,
size
it's
and price.
the 3 bedrooms. It's definitely within budget. I'm not crazy about the carpet. I might want to rip that up and replace it. So
Yeah,
that's an
I would definitely do
expense.
that. Definitely let's do that.
And I mean, like I said, the bars on the windows are a little bit concerning, but I feel like all the houses that we've seen in this area have that. So, yeah,
Right.
I love the yard.
Great. So
yeah,
it sounds like
I
you like
think
to
it
buy the
might
house.
work. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would be concerned about how high it's gonna get.
Sure, that's a common
price-wise.
question that people have. So it's priced at $399. We both agree that's a really, just
Yeah,
a
that's
teaser price.
awesome.
We've seen that
Yeah.
happen before, where they price it there and they get a bunch of offers. We do know that the house down the street, we didn't see it, but I showed you the photos online.
Right.
How do you think that house that sold at $426 compares to this house?
Well, the flooring was a lot nicer. The backyard was pretty cleaned up, so
Okay.
I don't know. Do you think we could offer like somewhere between those two?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I think that definitely 426 is the high comp, so I think it'll sell just below there.
Okay.
So what do you think about writing something like 420?
Yeah. What do you think about 415?
Okay, they might counter us, but I think that'd be a great starting offer.
Okay.
Sound
yeah.
good?
I feel like I could do that. Yeah.
Okay, great. What I'm going to do is I'll go back to the office now and I'll docu-sign the papers to you.
Okay.
And then you can submit the offer.
Cool.
Great.
All right,
So
great.
now we're going to
So-
change the scripting up a little bit, and Erin's going to have some more hesitations about the house, so we'll show you how to do that. So Erin, it looks like the house meets all your criteria, and the yard is great, so I think this would be a great house for you. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence. It seems like there's a lot of work I want to do to upgrade the bathrooms, and I don't know how much that's going to cost. I want to change the flooring a little bit,
Right.
the bedrooms. I feel like
I can see that.
I know you're saying this isn't going to cost a lot of money, but it would be nice to not have to deal with like cleaning up the backyard and adding all the plants around to make it more private. I think I want to see a few more. Just
Okay.
to
Well, let me ask you this. How would you rate this house on a scale of 1 to 10?
maybe a 7.
7?
right
Okay.
now.
And we talked about this before. If we got you somewhere between 8 and a 9, that's a house that you'd want to buy.
Yeah.
What simple things could we do that would make this house at least an 8 or a 9 for you?
Well, definitely if the flooring was different, if the carpet was either brand new or it wasn't carpet at all.
Gotcha. So what if we got the seller to give you a credit towards closing costs that would offset the cost of doing new floors?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't know how much to ask for, but I guess,
So we
can
think the
figure that
cost was about $3 a foot, and the house is about 1,200 feet. So between $3,000 and $4,000 would be a reasonable cost to refinish the wood floors and put in some new carpet. If we got a $4,000 closing cost credit, would that help you get that house to an 8 for you?
out. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I mean,
And-
I think I'd still like to see a few more, but
Okay, great. Well, we're going to see 2 more houses today, so let's keep this one in mind. I
Okay.
think it met a lot of criteria. We're almost there.
Yeah.
So let's see if the next few houses work for you,
Okay.
and then we can circle back at the end and see where everything ranks. Sound
yeah,
good?
That sounds good. Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
great. So we're using a lot of tie-down closes like sounds good or how do you feel about that. where we're generally expecting the answer to be positive. We're not going to really ask those closes or questions if we're not expecting a positive answer. Everything's conditional. If we can get the house to here, would you buy it? So we're really trying to get her to make a decision. Everything that I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to trick her into buying a home. I'm not trying to pressure her into buying a home. I want to find out how I can make the home work for her. That's my job. It's what our job is to do, is help her find a home that she wants to buy. We're never going to find the perfect home in our market because of the price point here. So we need to help her make a criteria list, basically. What is she willing to give up? What is she willing to settle for to get into a house? If she's not going to buy, I realize, at that point that she's not going to buy the house. So I'm going to really back off. I'm not going to push her to write an offer. We have 2 more pretend showings following this, and we're gonna look at those houses too. But I've already preconditioned her to understand that. Let's look at those houses and then rank all the houses. In that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that 1 through 10 numbering system. I'm going to ask her to rank each house. At the end, let's role play the end of that. Let's say this is the 3rd house we've seen. So Aaron, the first house we saw was a 7, and if we did a few things, we could get it to an 8. So that's good.
Yeah.
Right? I'm reaffirming her. The second house was a 5. Neither of us like that one, so that one's out.
Right. Yeah,
And the
I can't
3rd
remember
house,
that one.
it looks like it's pretty good too. How would you rank the 3rd house compared to the first house?
Well, I mean, it's a little bit different. I think the kitchen was way better in the first house than it is in this house. Do you think that we could ask for some sort of credit to upgrade the kitchen in the 3rd one?
It's a little bit harder to do that because the price of the kitchen is more.
Okay.
But we could ask for a small credit to at least offset that cost.
Okay.
If we did that, where do you think that would rank the house for you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably an 8. I think that with both of these ideas, like number 1 and number 3 are both 8s.
Okay, great.
They're still not perfect, but
Great.
I mean, I could live with them, I guess.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's write offers on both of these houses. Really what's going to happen now is we think that both houses will get a few offers. So instead of wasting a lot of mental energy worrying about this house or that house, let's write the offers. If we get the houses, then we can decide which one works for you or doesn't work for you. Does that
Okay.
sound good to you?
Yeah, that sounds good. Are we going to see other stuff then?
Yeah, we can keep touring houses, but I think it's important in our competitive marketplace with limited inventory for you to write as many offers on homes that you feel comfortable with. How does
Okay.
that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, if we're going to keep seeing
Great.
stuff and I find something even better, then we can just forget about these 2, right?
Absolutely, yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
Yeah, cool.
Great.
That works.
Okay, so some more stuff, more tie-down closes to reaffirm her decisions or to get agreement with her, and we're trying to get her towards writing offers. So the key is to get people writing. The key is to get them to understand that they need to be aggressive to get the best house. A lot of these are topics that we've covered already at the buyer meeting, so they're not foreign sounding to the buyer here.